What's up, YouTube? My name is Average Deku, and you can call me Joe. I started streaming on Twitch at the beginning of 2021, and I was just invited to join the Twitch affiliate program. But how did I do it so fast? When I started streaming, I watched tons of videos about how to find success. Some were more helpful than others, but all of them were made by people who had already gained a huge following. So this is the video that I would have loved to watch before I got started. It's just practical advice from someone who is one step further down the road than I was. I'm going to be posting more videos that go into detail on a few other topics surrounding Twitch, so make sure that you're subscribed, and that way you can know when those videos come out. I want to start by giving some overall perspective about the past 3 months and what it took to grow a small following. Then I'll give you the inside scoop, the 6 biggest ingredients to my recipe for success. And after that, I'll hit you with a few things that I hope you take away from the video. With that, let's jump into it. When I went live for the first time, I really had no idea what to expect. I knew that my goal was to reach affiliate status, but how long would that actually take? A couple months, a year? I wasn't sure, but I did know it was going to take a lot of work. To become affiliate on Twitch, there are 4 requirements. 2 of those requirements, the ones for consistency, those are completely in your control, but the other 2, getting followers and viewers, not so much. I set a schedule to stream 3 times a week, and I began to focus on what I could control. I slowly upgraded my stream quality. Nothing crazy, but after a couple small purchases and a lot of time, my stream went from looking like this to looking like this. I also got the word out about my streams to some friends and family who I thought might like to tune in. These were most of my first followers and viewers, people that I actually knew in real life who wanted to support me. Wasn't long though before people I had never met actually started to watch. Usually they just looked for a couple minutes and then they left, but sometimes they would engage in the chat and stick around. I did what I could to take those people from strangers to viewers to community members. I slowly grew a small community who continued to come back to streams, and in under 3 months, I had 50 followers, and I was invited to become an affiliate on Twitch. So that's the basic overview of my experience, but I bet that I can guess what you're thinking. How can I take that and duplicate that for myself? Well, I'll get right to the point, and I'll share 6 things that I've identified as keys to my success. Number 1 is that success is determined between your streams. Understand this, you are not a Twitch star, right? You can't just turn on the camera and expect to get followers. People at that level did a lot of work to get where they are, so you're gonna need to do a lot of work too. Expect to spend a lot of time upping the quality of your streams, gaining exposure, and cultivating relationships in between your streams. That means you shouldn't be streaming every day. Otherwise, you'd never have enough time to grow between your streams. You should view streams kind of as the reward for all the work that you've done since the last time that the camera was on. Number 2 is invest in your community. This is by far the most important thing that I've learned, and it's also what made Twitch so worthwhile to me. Every time a new person jumps into your chat, you need to make sure to recognize them and to do what you can to engage them. Most importantly, ask if they stream themselves. If they do, you should treat them the same way you'd hope they treat you. Go check out their next stream. Be active in their chat. If you are even remotely interested in watching again, give them a follow and come back for more later. This is incredibly effective for growing real relationships with your followers because it means you've both been on each end of the stream, you've heard each other's voices, and you've seen each other's faces. My 3rd tip is to have a cohesive viewer experience. Now, what does that actually mean, right? Well, you're going to need to spend a lot of time thinking through what your average viewer expects. They're probably used to watching very polished streams with all the bells and whistles, and it's okay if you don't have all that yet, but here's some things that I think you should prioritize setting up. The first thing is having a visual overlay. You don't need to pay for design at this point, but just do whatever you can, or maybe ask a friend for some help. You want to have enough that it's clear that somebody put some work into it. Also, good audio. This is actually way more important than video because many viewers listen a lot more than they watch, so bad audio leads to an immediate click away for a lot of viewers. A visual brand, upload an image as your profile picture that's recognizable. Choose a couple colors and a font family to create just a basic brand and only use that logo, colors, and font whenever possible. Channel info. When someone clicks on your stream, they will decide within 15 seconds whether or not they're going to stay. If they choose to stick around, many of them will choose to look at your About section while they watch. So make sure that section's filled out in a way that welcomes them, and it makes it clear what they can expect if they follow. Put the most important information first so they don't miss it. And then social accounts. Most viewers expect that you're going to have something like a Twitter, maybe a YouTube channel, or other profiles, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Create those accounts, update them regularly, and make sure that your viewers know about them. And then having a chatbot and a mod. You should ask a friend or family member to be a mod. They can make sure that everyone in your chat is being cared for. It's also a good idea to have a chatbot set up with basic commands. Just think about the commands that you've seen used in your favorite streamer's chat and make sure that you've got the same ones in yours. My fourth key to success is to utilize raids. Some big names on YouTube say the raids aren't that useful, but they were really helpful for me. Here's what I did. If I had anyone watching at the end of my stream, I asked my mod off stream to find someone who was playing the same game with just a few more viewers than me. You know, if I had 4 or 5 viewers, I wanted someone with 20, 25 viewers. I learned to end my streams pretty quickly and just jump into the raid, otherwise people will leave your stream before the raid actually happens. And then when I raided, I did watch for at least 10 minutes, and I was really active in the chat. I made sure to follow them as well. Here are a few benefits that I saw from raiding that way. First, the person you raid will usually follow you back and may even tell their viewers to follow. 5 of my last 10 followers came from a raid where the streamer was awesome and he asked his viewers to follow me. Also, raiding in this way helps to build a network with other streamers in your community. And when you raid with your viewers, they're all of a sudden representing you and your community. This helps your viewers to really identify as your fan and move from being a passive viewer to an active ally of your channel. Number 5 is to gain exposure off Twitch. To get 50 followers and to average 3 viewers, most of us are going to need to focus a lot on exposure. That just means getting your name in front of as many people as you can. You should have at least one strategy other than Twitch to do this. I use Twitter. Of my first 50 followers on Twitch, probably 10 of them came directly from Twitter. I don't have time to go into detail here, but leave a comment if you'd like to know how I found success using Twitter. Whatever you use, you've got to find a way to get your name out there. Otherwise, the only way someone will see your channel is on Twitch, where they're usually looking for a specific stream and it's not yours. Lastly though, don't stress. Okay, I know that I just had a lot of things that are going to take a lot of time, but one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that if you're stressed, or if you're not having fun, it's probably not worth it. I spent so much time stressing and getting everything done and making sure I stuck to my schedule. I came to a point where I was about to drop the whole Twitch thing altogether. You know, I'm married, I have a family and a full-time job. I'll never be able to spend as much time on these things as I want. But when you've only got a couple dozen followers, just remember that there's no pressure. You're not getting paid to stream. You probably rarely have more than a couple people watching. And that means that you're mainly doing this for fun. So if you're not having fun or you're getting stressed, something's wrong, right? So before I wrap up, here's a few things that I want you to take away from this video. First, be prepared to put in a lot of work. Only a small portion of your time will actually be spent live on stream. Second, try really hard to learn about your viewers and connect with them in places other than your stream's chat. And lastly, always remember that you're doing this to have fun. If you're not having fun, then why you're really doing this, right? Whew, okay. That was a ton of information, but I'm sure that it'll be helpful for you and anyone else who's looking to jump into the Twitch game. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, I would love to put out more videos like this one in the future. So if you'd like to hear more or you have questions after this video, here's what you can do. First, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel so that I know that there are people who want to see videos like this one. Then you can leave a comment below asking any questions you have or maybe an idea for a future video. You can also make sure to follow me over on Twitch, and that way you can see everything that I shared in this video put into action. But that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.